Hello everyone, and thank you for volunteering to help at the Great Dunmow Summer Solstice Festival and for listening to this health and safety briefing. Your help is greatly appreciated and will go a long way to making the event a success. My name is Bob and I'm responsible for managing the stage, liaising with the bands, and I'm also a fire marshal. I'm wearing a Helen Rollason Cancer Charity t-shirt, as you can see, as we are proud to be supporting this amazing charity this year. The first slide shows a general layout of the festival area. Firstly, here's a plan showing the layout of the event arena. Starting here we have the door down pavilion where St John's Ambulance will be based. Entrance gate 1 here for the general public. We have another first aid post here. We have face painting here. We have Molly Made ice cream here. We have the Young Farmers Club bar here. In this area is a food court. We have a number of vendors selling different foodstuffs here. Entrance gate 2 is up here. Disabled parking is by the footpath next to entrance gate 2. The main area here, there's an arc here of reserved areas for those who have paid for them. The main arena is here. The sound crew will be based in a gazebo here. And the business end of the event, we have the stage here and backstage area here, including green rooms where the bands and acts will be changing. We have Braintree television here, and the backstage gate is here. And you'll be given a copy of this on the day. Moving on to the timetable of events, for those of you helping on Friday, we anticipate the fencing will start to arrive at about midday, and so Friday afternoon will be spent erecting the perimeter fencing, fencing off the reserved areas, cable tying the fencing, and so on. The toilets and bins will also be arriving on Friday afternoon, and the Young Farmers Club will be setting up their tent as well, so they may need some help with that later on. On Saturday the stage will be arriving sometime between 5 and 6 in the morning, but the stage crew are dealing with that. You as volunteers should report to our volunteer coordinator Nick from 7:30 in the morning on Saturday to collect your high-vis jackets. You will be in orange, one of these, and the team leaders will be in yellow, one of these. And you'll be allocated to your team for jobs which will include hanging banners, putting up signage, putting up gazebos, putting out bin bags for reserved areas, labelling the reserved areas, and so on. Trade stands will also be arriving on Saturday morning, hopefully by about 10 o'clock, and they will be set up and ready to serve by 11:45. By 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, all cars are to be off the field and in the main field car park, unless they have a door-down permit in the window. This is one of the permits here. The main car park will open at 11:30, by which time the Helen Rollason Cancer Charity collectors and the gate staff will be in place. Gates to the event will open at midday. Gates 1 and 2 will be open to the public, and reserved area ticket holders will need to go to gate 1 to collect bulk tickets. During the event generally, please pick up any litter picking sticks and disposable gloves will be provided, and check that the various loos have sufficient stocks of toilet paper in them. Obviously if they're short, we'd ask you to restock as required. The event itself will start at 1 PM with music carrying on until 10 PM. De-rigging will start directly the last act are finished. Fencing and blocks are to be stacked in the lower door-down car park, bins are to be moved to the top of the lower car park, and the door-down pavilion is to be cleaned and cable tie the toilets closed, except for one near the stage which will need to be left for use by the stage crew until they have finished clearing up, probably around 2 AM. On the Sunday morning, we'd ask for people to meet at the door-down pavilion at around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning for a general tidy-up. This will involve walking the ground looking for cable ties from the fencing, and any missed fence blocks fencing is to be relocated to the lower car park. Crown toilets are due to arrive sometime after 8 o'clock to collect the toilets, which will involve a couple of trips over a few hours. Any general litter is to be cleared from the arena field and car park, and collect any missed signage from the car parking area and any signs directing cars to the car park along the causeway and Lime Tree Hill. Finally, we'll need to check that the door down pavilion is clean and tidy and locked. 7-2 fencing will collect whatever fencing they haven't yet collected on the Monday. Bins will also be collected sometime. Okay, health and safety briefing topics. First aid, there will be 2 senior St John's ambulance staff and 12 cadets in groups of 3 attending on the day. They will be based at the Dordogne Pavilion and will be strolling around the event. They will also be armed with radios and mobile phones. Security, there will be 1 security guard overnight on the Friday and 10 guards patrolling the arena on the Saturday. Their team leader will also have a radio. Wristbands will be issued to all festival goers, vendors, bands, crew and so on. Yellow bands, this is a sheet of yellow bands, are for general admission to the arena, and the gold bands are VIP bands for band members, crew and so on. The bar will be run by the Young Farmers Club, who will be working to the 25 checks, so you may be asked to check wristband colours and ID check people if necessary. Myself, Nick, Chris, Emma, Ms and Jane are all fire marshals. If there is any incident, this will be announced via the radios and or over the stage sound system. The fire marshals will be asked to meet, and if there is a need to evacuate the ground, an announcement will be made over loudspeakers, and marshals will direct people to the Dordogne car park via gate 1 or to the field car park via gate 2. Radio sets will be provided to the team leaders, to some volunteers, the St John's ambulance crew and the head of security. Please make sure you have your phone with you and that it is fully charged on the day. Plans of the site layout, band timings and relevant contact numbers will also be provided for you. Lost property and or lost children. Under 10 parents of under 10 years old children must pop their phone number onto the wristband as they arrive, please. For 11 years old and upwards, this will be left to the discretion of parents. The rendezvous point is by the main entrance at gate 1. This year we're asking people not to bring alcohol to the event and to purchase alcohol from the reasonably priced Young Farmers Club bar. This has been advertised on the website, FAQs and on the ticket site, and signs will be on the fencing. This is a transitional year as we have allowed alcohol to be brought in the past, but the profits from the bar will help to keep the event alive in future years. We are not actively policing this, but if people are obviously carrying booze in, they will need to be asked to leave booze at the gate, labelled with their name and collect at the end of the event. Security guards will be at the gates and will also be assisting with this, as we realise some of you may feel uncomfortable dealing with this. Volunteers information. Gloves and orange high-vis jackets will be provided for you. Orange for volunteers and yellow for team leaders, as I mentioned earlier. You will also be provided with a bottle of water which can be refilled at the Dordogne Pavilion. Tea and coffee will also be available at the Dordogne Pavilion, and there are food vendors as well where you can buy food. Check in for your shift with Nick on arrival, and when you have finished your shift, return to gate 1 and check out, leaving any jackets, radios and anything else provided by the event organisers. The volunteers' roles. At the gates, please check tickets. If an attendee looks under 18, check their ID before issuing an adult wristband, even if they have bought an over 18 ticket, and remind people that cars cannot be left overnight due to there being football on the pitches the following day. Issue the correct wristband, and ask parents of youngsters to pop telephone number onto their wristbands. This may need to be written on the back of the band. No alcohol should be brought into the event, as mentioned earlier. Reasonably priced drink is available at the Young Farmers Club bar, and if somebody does bring in booze, please ask them to leave it at the gate for collection later, as mentioned earlier. A card containing relevant information will be provided for you at the car park, detailing which pass refers to what. Summer solstice crew, bands and backstage will need directing around the football pitch to the stage. The route will be signposted, and cars will have yellow permits with bands' names on. If a band car arrives, please radio myself or Mish or Sheila to say who's coming to the backstage area. If possible, please also tell us the colour or make of the car, so it helps us to get the gate open. A voluntary donation of £5 per car will be requested for each car or any loose change they might have. This is obviously for the Helen Rollison Cancer Charity. Disabled parking is located in the area near Gate 2 alongside the footpath, and this will be designated with signposts. Remember to remind people that cars cannot be left overnight because of football. During the day, please, if you could just carry out some general clearing up and litter picking, check the toilets on a regular basis to make sure they're sufficiently stocked with toilet roll, and just generally help to keep the arena area tidy. This will make it quicker and easier to clear up at the end of the evening and on the Sunday morning. It's also an opportunity for you to interact with the audience, which is normally good fun. Crowd monitoring. If you have any concerns with people using drugs or undertaking unacceptable activities or underage purchases going on, please speak with one of the team leaders in a yellow high-vis, or speak with security. Finally, please keep an eye on everybody to make sure they have their wristbands, and if you have any concerns at all, contact security. Thank you once again for listening. Enjoy your day.